Trinidad and Tobago's international hockey umpire Ayanna McClean was named the world's best field umpire for 2023, an accomplishment she still cannot believe has come to fruition. Ken Fuentes caught up with McClean today.
Anything one gets involved in, the goal is to do it to the best of one's ability. And for international hockey umpire Ayanna McClean, that has become even more of a reality when she was recently named International Hockey Federation Umpire of the Year, an award Ayanna says came as a surprise.
It was completely off my radar. I'm not even sure how the decision is made, and even with the process of people coming to my home, I was just so confused as to what was happening. And then just when it turned out to be Umpire of the Year, I was definitely very shocked.
As the old adage implied, the hard work has paid off for Ayanna.
And I don't even think it's just for me for this year. It's just kind of a culmination of career choices and being out of the country, not living at home, making the decision to return home and live, and then, trying to still navigate the international circuit from Trinidad is a little bit harder. So yeah, it's definitely a payoff to a marathon of such.
Ayanna says there's a lot of hard work that goes in behind the scenes in preparing for tournaments.
We do, as umpires, have to be just as fit as the players, simply because those are the people we're running behind. So we do have fitness tested. We do have several pre-tournament meetings to go over new rules and to adjust any differences they would have seen at different tournaments for rules. So it's a constant thing.
The former national hockey player says her mom, Cheryl, who herself is an umpire, influenced her decision to get involved in officiating, but other factors as well.
My mom definitely had an important influence on my decision to become an umpire, but one of the other things was the fact that I wasn't excited about playing for our national team. I was away, and it would require a lot of commuting to and from, and not knowing what competitions that we would go to, and being able to sacrifice and actually be able to be a quality member of a team versus doing my individual work and being successful. So I saw a path that would allow me to reach the highest levels of the sport.
With close to 2 decades of officiating in the sport, the Olympic-bound umpire hopes that her success can influence the younger generation.
It's interesting. I remember the point where my career shifted from being, the young person and everybody giving you advice, and then all of a sudden people asking you advice and how did you do? I was like, wait, when did this change happen? And I realized kind of at that point that people were looking at me for how to navigate this space. And I'm always very open to any young person coming out, any person who's trying to even just understand the rules, understand the sport as much as possible. I try my best to be open. I accept the challenge of being an inspiration because it requires you to be on your P's and Q's a lot more than most, but it is a valuable space to be.
Kent Fuentes, TTT Sports.